Well, by way of a change, I thought I'd do a video sitting in my 1999 Jaguar XK8. The what should we say? I'm trying to think of the right word. Not the point of this video, but it's car designers today don't seem to have any real ideas of their own, and do bear in mind that the car I'm sitting in is the most modern vehicle I have. Now, my wife does have a 2008 Mercedes, and there are a number of items on that well, they're meant to be, what should we say, comfort, but they obviously have inherent problems, which of course means that you should, or you do, take it to the dealer, unless you're married to someone like me who can fix pretty much everything. However, let's go through a couple of items on the Mercedes. It has heated seats. Terrific. Nice in winter. Heated seats. Even in Arizona here, it's cold sometimes in the mornings in winter, and the heated seats are helpful until they catch fire. Yes, the one in my wife's car caught fire, burning a hole in the seat and in her clothes. Not good. Could have been worse. It could have been one of her purses that got burnt. Imagine that. So that is a design that I think is, whilst it may be convenient or useful, I think it's terrible because it has inherent faults. Excuse me. She has a display in the middle, which is the radio, the CD, the navigation, etc., etc. It's a screen, and now it's started to break down and there are lines going across it. We never used to have that shit. You know, you had a radio, and okay, you know, if you want to go back to my 1964 Jaguar, there was, you know, shit, I don't even think they had pre-select buttons. It was just, you know, you used your brain cell and turned the dial. But apparently that's not acceptable these days. You're not allowed to use your brain, or they try and tell you not to. And this is where I'm heading with this particular video, is that a lot of the current design features are old technology, and the car designers can't think of anything new without putting in something that is really designed to fail, so you have to take it to the dealer, which really kind of pisses me off. Now, there are a few things that I don't mind, and as I go through the video I may mention them. I'm going to say electric windows. Okay, I want to say that's helpful when you want to lower the passenger side window. On the driver's side, you could still, you know, use that crank handle. Now, my truck right next to us here, it only has wind down windows, wind up windows, and it works fine. However, if I have a guest and they want to get in the truck, because it's very limited in what it can do, and it's a 98 truck, I can't unlock the passenger door without going around. I mean, it's too far to reach across the truck, but you know, I have to go around. So solenoids, unlocking doors, yeah, I guess is an acceptable feature. Same as cruise control. I mean, I find that an acceptable feature. And don't worry, I'll be getting onto the old stuff to new, where people just can't design anything new. What else? I just look around my car. Now mine is a 99, and my wife's Mercedes, as I said, 2008. I'm trying to think of the most modern thing I've got here. It's now, looking down at my, I guess, basic center console, I have something that says ASC off. Now, for all the years I've had this car, I still don't know what the fuck that is, and I've never touched it. I then have two other buttons. Excuse me a second, I need to... One of them is ASC, I guess. Oh, is that traction control? Oh, it says ACC, not ASC. And then another one which has an S, and that is sport. Do I really need that? Well, I guess maybe because it's an automatic, that makes it more sporty. All right, let's go past that. This amuses me. Being a 99, it still has a cassette player. I think I have some cassettes somewhere. But in the boot, I have a 6 CD player. Oh, and a navigation system that I really don't need, because let's face it, these days you use your phone. Okay, you know, it was a nice feature, but it was another one they would rip you off with. What else have we got here? Rear defroster. Yeah, okay, that's kind of handy. Front defroster. Yeah, okay, I can live with that. AC. Yeah, all right. Well, it's nice to have AC. A button for telephone. Not anymore. So I can go from CD, tape, and AM, FM. A phone button, and I can automatically search for radio stations, because I'm not capable of turning a dial to find a radio station. And then I have pre-programmed radio stations. Yeah, okay, you know. And there's a button that says MR. I have no clue what that is. Memory recall, maybe? Don't know. And then there's a Dolby button. I don't know why there's a Dolby button, but there is. What else have I got? Front fog lights, rear fog lights. Oh, and it can tell me the temperature outside. Open the window, stick my arm out. I'll know what the fucking temperature is, cold or not cold. All right. The rest of it, you know, it's electronically controlled now, whereas I used to slide a lever, or if you're in America, a lever, to give me heat on my feet or on my face, or AC on my feet or my face. Yeah, AC, there's another thing. So, the point of this video is I just wanted to highlight some car design current items. And please bear in mind, I do not have a really current car, but I'm, you know, I look at what's online. And did they used to exist? And are these car designers too fucking lazy to actually create something new that is useful? Now, a lot of modern cars, you You jump in and you have a key fob, and you put that key fob, some of them you put the key fob in, others you leave it in your pocket, and then you have to press a start button. I used to have a 1959 Mini, and I would turn the ignition key and press a start button on the floor. Okay, location doesn't really matter. It's hardly a new invention, guys. Fuck's sake. My Mark II Jaguar, I turn the key and next to it is a button that says start. Yeah. So you really thought of something new there, didn't you, you idiots? Park light. On my older cars that I've owned, whenever you parked your car on a street, let's say you were going into a pub to have a couple of beers, when you parked your car, you would turn your turn signal to the left or to the right, depending on which was the outer edge of your vehicle, and it would light up your side lights so that someone knew there was a vehicle parked there and they didn't hit it. Just one of those things. Currently on gas caps, petrol caps. Now, you press a button in your modern car, it flips open, and depending on the vehicle, some of them you just, you don't even take off a gas cap, you just put in the nozzle and fill up. That was back in the 50s on Jaguars. You just lifted up the flap and the cap came up with it. So there was that. Air suspension. Oh crap. You have air suspension today, and be it air or be it hydraulic. Gosh, that was way back in the 50s. And particularly on the Citroen DS, they had that there. And rather than springs and shocks, it was just one of those things. Let's move on again. I'm trying to just grab snippets rather than bore you with details. Hemi engines. Oh, America goes crazy. Oh, it's Hemi, it's a Hemi, it's a Hemi, it's a Hemi. Guys, Jaguar built Hemis back in 1947. It's not anything new to Jaguars and the XK engine. And I know I keep referring to Jaguars a lot because that's something I'm very familiar with. Inboard brakes. The idea of putting a brake rotor closer to the differential on the rear, rear wheel drive, it's unsprung weight. Therefore, it's better. They're putting it on modern cars these days as if it's something new. Again, Jaguar introduced it back in the late 50s. Oh, that was another thing. Again, Jaguar, I'm sorry, and I know there are other companies that did it. Disc brakes. Disc brakes were, I believe, invented in England in the 1890s. On my Mark II Jaguar, again, yes, I'm referring to Jaguar, there was a little badge and it says warning, disc brakes. That's so the guy following you knows that you can stop a darn sight quicker than he can with brake shoes. And why the hell any vehicle these days has brake shoes on is beyond me. Not only are they more awkward to replace, but they're not as efficient. But that's, again, car designers for you. Oh boy. Transverse engines. Everybody seems to think that turning the engine sideways is a new thing. Again, back in the 50s, this was done. A transverse engine with front wheel drive was done. Long time ago. So again, car designers, you're not creating anything new. Now, I will say that maybe you're copying something that you know is good, but who knows. CV axles. Of course, that comes with front-wheel drive engines, doesn't it? You know, you have to. But now they do CV axles, a transfer case, and they do four-wheel drive. All right. I think really that's as far as I want to go at the moment. This is, what, 16 minutes of me prattling on like a old fart. It's just, car designers today are so limited in their brain power. They really are. You look at most cars and they are what we would describe as a jelly mold. And some of them look so fucking awful, it's just depressing. Well, maybe it's not depressing because I don't give a fuck. I'm never going to buy a modern car. I can't afford one. And as for electric, you can shove that up your ass. I guess what, guys? An electric vehicle causes more pollution and is more expensive to run than a gasoline car or a petrol car. Where the fuck do you think electricity comes from? Oil, gas, and coal. Yeah. So, that's just my little thoughts on how car designers today are really not thinking, unlike the car designers of the past. And I can't remember who it was. There was, excuse me, a gentleman who created the windscreen. It was either the windscreen washers or intermittent wipers, and I cannot remember, damn it. Sorry, can't remember that. But it was a guy that invented it and tried to sell it, and Ford stole it. And he took him to court and he won, as he should, rightly. He was a designer, he was an inventor. He created, he thought of something, and it was fucking brilliant. But typical car manufacturers, they're thieves, and they are limited in their thoughts and knowledge. I want to make one exception to that, and that's a gentleman called Ian Callum. Yes, he was a Jaguar man. He designed beautiful cars. Those were the days. I don't know, it's just maybe because I'm an old fart that I look at modern cars and think you all look the fucking same. Now, as I said, my wife has a Mercedes 2008. If it wasn't for the badges on the back, I wouldn't know if I was following a Honda, a Nissan, a Toyota, or a Mercedes. However, if you follow this car that I'm sitting in, you will know it's a Jaguar XK8. Oh, pardon me, I got hiccups. Why? Because the design is distinctive. I can't honestly say that is true of the current Jaguar range. Maybe with the exception of the F-Type, but I don't know. Anyway, that's enough prattling from me. It's good night from me, and it's a good night from him. Who said that? Yes. You know what I'm going to say. In my channel, JagVet1, and if you're a car person, you might want to have a look at it and subscribe. I do all sorts of shit, mainly on my Jaguars, but I do other cars as well, just for fun, just for shits and giggles. So now, go out in the garage and do some shit. Thank you for watching. Bye.